The trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has dropped, so here are my thoughts on it. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and I love to talk about all things movie and TV. The trailer for the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has dropped, so today I'm going to give you my review on this trailer, my thoughts on what could happen in the movie, and why I'm excited for this movie overall. There will be some spoilers about the trailer in this video, so if you haven't seen the trailer yet and you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it and then come back to this video. With that said, let's get started with my review. The first thing I'll say is that this movie just looks like a lot of fun. It looks like everything that we want to see in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, all the fun, all the comedy, but it also looks like this movie is going to be a little bit more serious and more emotional than the other Guardians films. Specifically, Rocket in this trailer looks like he's a lot more serious. I'll talk about that more in a minute. Drax, as always, looks hilarious in this movie. He gets a lot of jokes. And we get to see more of Gamora in this movie, which I'm really excited about. Remember, this is not the same Gamora that we know from the first Guardians film. That Gamora died in Infinity War when Thanos sacrificed her for the Soul Stone. The Gamora that we are seeing in this film is the Gamora that came back with Thanos in Endgame before she even knew the Guardians. So this film will probably explore the Guardians getting to know this Gamora and getting her to team up with them. And overall, this movie just looks like a lot of fun. Each character getting some of their own screen time, some of their own jokes. And it looks really great to have all the Guardians back together again. It looks like we're finally going to see Rocket's backstory in this movie. We see a short clip of a baby Rocket with some sort of hand reaching towards him. So it looks like we're finally going to be getting his backstory. We've been curious about his backstory since the first Guardians movie, at least I have. And it looks like we're finally going to see some of that in this movie. I hate to say it, but I think Rocket is going to die in this film. We get some lines from him during the trailer about him being done running and about the Guardians going on one last ride together. So I think he's going to die. And I think Drax might be another possibility for one of the Guardians dying, because Dave Bautista has said in interviews that he's done playing Drax, that he's gonna stop after this film. So he might also die. I don't think all the Guardians are gonna make it out of this one. And I think Rocket is definitely at highest risk for dying at the end of this movie. The last thing I want to mention about this trailer is that we are finally seeing Adam Warlock in this movie. He was teased in one of the post-credit scenes of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and we are finally seeing him in the flesh in this movie. If you don't know who Adam Warlock is, I didn't either before this video. I looked him up beforehand so I could have a little bit of backstory on him. Basically, he is an artificially created being. He was genetically engineered to be perfect. And he was originally named Him in the comics, and he rebelled against his creators and came across a being named the High Evolutionary, who is a mad scientist in the comics, and he'll be the main villain of Guardians Volume 3. And he became Adam Warlock, and he became a hero, and he even played a part in the Infinity Gauntlet stories in the comics, playing a role in the fight against Thanos. And apparently he even became a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy in the comics. There's a lot more to that story, especially with the connection between him and the High Evolutionary. That's just all I'm going to say right now. Look it up in your own time. But I am very excited that we are seeing him in this movie. Whether he will team up with the Guardians or he's going to be just kind of a side character, we don't really know. We see him for only a second in the trailer. It's just a quick pop-up like, hey, there's Adam Warlock, finally he's shown up. So we don't know much about him yet. They'll probably say that in other trailers, or we'll have to wait until the movie. But at the moment, I am excited to see him in this movie. Overall, this movie looks like it'll be really fun and really sad. Those are my thoughts on the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. What are your thoughts on this trailer and on this movie? Let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for this movie? Let me know. you can definitely expect a review from me when this movie comes out. In the meantime, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel so you never miss another one of my videos, and in the meantime, I will see you in my next review.